sarva siddhi. Tashi Delek, everyone, welcome to the Ngöndro class. So we'll begin. And today we will go through how to do the Ngöndro practice as you wake up and so forth. So first we'll begin with the opening prayers, okay? Please bring in mind the precious motivation of the Bodhisattva, wishing to bring all motherly sentient beings to the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. To do so, I will engage in listening to the teachings on the Ngöndro and all these profound teachings and bring forth the understanding of the meaning of the profound teachings and thereby engage in my life.
Dudjom
Okay, now page 59, the 7 branches. Dorje lomben sangye bel desum shulai chansen loi chosum tembe shingjuro lai nime yeke chapsu che. Nge juro yeke namdru be dabe che bai shesu se ngodru chowo che be geng. Neje malu shabarage chojo kosum dabe che. Macha chelai jeye rang dabe taji jemame. Zobe janchu semge do deshe wanchu sembala daba sumge lubun. Tseran jambe gewanam dude janchu chemboro ngo. Mandala offering. Sanji pechu jujim mendo dram re ra lingshin ninde gembandi. Sangye shingdo mikde pulwa ye rogun namda shinglai jembarash. Idam guru ratna mandala kam niryata yani. Semjen namge sambandang loye jedra jedawar chechon tunmon tebai. Cheke korolo korodu san. Düdjom sangye tam cheke ngo rigdan kilkuro janswe chabda kadren sungta mache badren chen zawe lami. Shabge pemo duljima me bala gosum go ba chembe chansel chi. Chapsu chewo chinge lambar zendu san temba lame sangye rimbo che choba lame damche rimbo che. Drembala me gede rambo chen chamne gonjo sumla chanselo tamke tuje chancha resotro. Shinge mitu dege bongjomba serge lumbo tabur jibego shachage bo shamla. Chanselo balden sone chuder sobale kenze ye karange sandru charabeb gang chen kedru yung. Sukjen cho soge dorje rowe lama du lama dangombo jezen jambe yang la chansel. Kangelo dredrimne drendrane daranamda rapsewe jenne dengön jejen sekchen nike tokanlegbans. Kanda sidbe zenrar marre mintun dungye gezewe roso kunla buche tatseyan la rucho yandet. Drutar Chadro Nyan Mon and Lon Lake Chandro Jadze Mare Munsa Dunyan Yogo Jene Chederen. Dene Dajen Sachu Tadze Yenden Luzoga Setu Eko Chota Chodan Chonegent. Dalo Munse Jambe Yan La Rabdu Dio Mara Panzana Dio Mara Panzana. Omara Panzana Dio Mara Panzana. Omara Panzana Dio Mara Panzana. Omara Panzana de Zenden Keke Kenra User Ke Dalo de Mumbaras. Kada Denje Junlo Don Baye Lodre Bombe Nawa Zendu Sal. Chego Gundo Zambo Gombaye Dorje Semba Garab Dorje Dashire Singhe Bardo Jilam. The Dhamma Jenda Da de Sumge Zochen Jube Lama La Selwande. Munse Ridzin Den Dorje Zelma Wonde Shemme Bantaye Shab Dada Bejung Getsan Robenge Jigre Yeshe Dorje La Selwande. Sangye Gunye Chime Bema Jung Shingder Jube Tsunzen Long Chenje Gangye Yang Sit Chilen Norbula Sewa de Sundra Menjin. Choge Lama Namge Gel Samdo Wangurlong Zen Shome Shindenche Bebe Nerjor Hundanzam. Sangye Doje Shamla Sewa de Omen Chege Yenge Podandu de Sum Sangye Kunge Ngondi. Rang Sim Che Gungun Sum Denze Batzawe Lame Shamla Sewa. Nelo to ba ke wara jinje no le parashem pam pom pa ke do so nam kha da nyam be sim jen tham jen nam ken den ge de wa la na ma chi ba yang da bra zong be jang chu yin bo jin ne jang to bar ja de chen do che zam mo de ne chul jen do sen de ten nyam su lem bar gi wo nyam ba sam ba ja che wa jang chu sim ge ko long da Chebe Gone Sembara Shu Gang Sambara Jave Chegerembani. Okay, so please bring in mind the precious motivation of the Bodhisattva, wishing to bring all motherly sentient beings to the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. I will listen to these profound teachings and bring forth the understanding of the meaning of these profound teachings and thereby engage in my life. Here we are going through the teachings on the foundation practice, the preliminary practice on Dudjom Tersar Ngöndro. So it's very, very important for practitioners to complete or to do the preliminary practice, which is the Ngöndro. That's like laying the foundation of the practice. And some people think that Ngöndro is just like ABC and unnecessary like that, but that isn't the case. Ngöndro itself later on transforms, because that's the blessings of the power of Dharma, that it transforms. In the beginning it appears to be like the basis or the foundation, and as we practice that path, that practice of Ngöndro becomes the path, and then eventually that path, when manifested, becomes the result. So it is incorrect to think that this Ngöndro or the foundation or preliminaries are unnecessary. So if you practice and complete your preliminaries, it will bring confidence in your practice. And that confidence will stabilize you, and then that will enable you to enhance in your practice or further develop other practices or engage in the main practices and so forth. So it's very important. And here we are using Lama Tarchen Rinpoche's commentary. So today I thought we would go through how to do this practice. So we were talking, but we didn't really demonstrate or teach how to do this practice. So imagine that when you wake up early in the morning, so your alarm goes on, and then you just, these are all mentioned in the commentary text. So sit in the Vajra posture, that the 7 Vajra posture. You're sitting in the Vajra asana, like that, in your spine straight, in your hands in the meditative gesture, like that, right here, on your lap, and then your shoulders straight and widened, and your eyes looking directly in front, not too high, not too low, but just like at the tip of your nose, like that. So those are the 7, and then the last one is your tongue resting on the roof of your mouth or the palate, like that. And then that's the 7 Vairochana posture. That's the physical, the external or posture, like that. Then internally we need to visualize the 3 channels. The center channel that runs straight in your body, and then here at this particular preliminary, in the breathing practice, the center channel curves and then ends right here in between your brows here. And in the teachings it's mentioned a medium-sized arrow's thickness, and in the practice we are also taught that the center channel is the size of your ring finger. So you can visualize like that, and has 4 characteristics. It's straight like an arrow, it's unkinked or unbent, it's very straight, there's no bend or no kink, like that, it's straight. And then it's blue in color, it's vibrant, it's radiant, and then it is not thick like metal tube or plastic tube or like that. It's very supple. And then it's so straight, radiant, supple. What's the other characteristics? Numba. Yeah, it's very supple, like that. Tangjing Jamba. And then it is smooth. It's not like it's very smooth. There is no roughness in that one. So visualize it like that. And it ends 4 fingers below your navel. 4 fingers below your navel, like that. So center channel like this, and curves and ends right here. And then we visualize to 2 side channels. The Roma channel for men, it's on the right hand side. For women, the Roma channel is on the left hand side. And then the Changma is on the left hand side for male, and for women the Changma is on your right hand side. So just remember that. For men, the Roma is on the right. For women, the Changma is on the right. So like that. So then the size of the 2 side channels are half the size of the center channel, and they run slightly longer than the center channel, and they kind of curve up from here, and from the ear it kind of comes and ends here at the nostril. But same like that. So you visualize the right channel is white, Changma is white. So for women too, the Changma is white, but it's on the other side. And then for men, the Roma is white for men, it's on the right hand side. And then for women, the Roma is on the left hand side. The color is white. And then Changma is on the left hand side, which is red in color. But for women, the Changma is on their right hand side. So just remember that. So it's confusing, but you can remember according to your gender, or we men, because we how do you say, we kind of express our masculine character, so then it is white. And for women, they express feminine qualities, so it's red. So Just like men's essence is white, women's essence is red. So if you remember that, then it will be easier. So for men, the right channel is white. For women, the right channel is red, like that. Because of that case, then that's why we express as male and female like that. So now we first need to cleanse the breath before we begin our practice. So when you wake up, it's a very good practice, a very good habit to do so. So you do the 3-round breathing. It's called the cleansing. The 9-round breathing, cleansing the stale energy, the stale signal, air, wind, and diseases and afflictions, and so on and so forth, like that. So then you need to learn to make the Vajra fist. So like that, Vajra fist. And then you, on where your hip and your abdomen joints, you kind of have to press down and then straighten your elbows like that, so that your rib cages and your spine is stretched like that. The first breath that we take is through our left nostril. For both men and women, we first breathe through our left nostril. So you can kind of, your hands go like out, then you gesture breathing in. We are breathing this air from Dharma Dhatu or from basic space. So you breathe in. As you breathe, then you plug your left nostril and you breathe out. Okay, now we reverse our hand like that. Now you breathe in through your right nostril. Again, you gesture breathing in. Now you plug your right nostril, or you close your right nostril, and then you breathe out through your left nostril. Okay, now both hands here on the hip like this. This time you breathe in through both your nostril. Then you breathe out through both your nostril, and you visualize all the stale winds leaving from here. So that's the first set of 3 breathing like that. And also when we are doing this breathing, we need to visualize the channels. So as we breathe through our left, the left channel is inserted in your right channel, and then as we hold or close the left nostril, then when we breathe out, it goes through the right nostril, and then cleanses all the stale energy like that. And then when you breathe in through your right nostril, you visualize the right channel is inserted in your left. These are subtle differences, so it's important when you're breathing in through your left, the left channel is inserted in your right. When you're breathing in through your right, the right channel is inserted in your left. And then when you breathe in through both your nostrils, both the left and the right channels are inserted in your center channel like this. Okay, let's try again. So Okay, now again from your left. Again, now the last round. So then you can dismantle the posture in your hands, sitting in the meditative absorption of equanimity like that. And then, depending on what you know in the morning, you can do the supplication to the Lama. And if you are familiar with the prayers of the the verses of the 8 noble auspicious ones, those prayers you can do. If you don't know that, then at least you can recite the 7-line prayer to Guru Rinpoche. So say Hung Ujin Yugen no Johnson Pema Gesen Dombo La Yajen Chogen Godru Pema Junne Shesu Da Kordo Kandro Mambe Goro Keke Jesu Da Druj Jinge Lobcher Shesu Se Guru Pema Siddhi Hung Ujin Yugen no Johnson Pema Gesar Dombo La Yajen Chogen Godru Ne Pema Junne Shesu Kordo Kandro Mambe Goroke Ge Jesu Da Drupje Jinge Lapche Shetos Guru Pema Siddhi Hung Ujin Yugi Nobjan Sam Pema Gesar Dombo Yazen Choge Ngodrum Ne Pema Junne Shesu Da Kordo Kandro Mambe Kege Jesu Da Drupje Jinge Lapche Shetos Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. So that's the way to begin the prayer on morning session like that. Then you can wake up, wash your face, brush your teeth and clean up, and then you can also make the shrine offerings, setting of the shrine, offering water offerings or lamps or incense, whatever, flowers and so forth that you have, you can do so. And then again after that you sit on the meditation cushion, and then you can begin the Ngöndro practice just like we did that. First of all, we have the mind training, supplicating or praying to the Lama, and then contemplating on the precious human birth and the impermanence of life, the infallibility of cause and effect, and then the defects of cyclic existence, and then also bringing in mind how precious this opportunity is, that also in mind we bring the greatness, the benefits of freedom or attaining Buddhahood, freeing from samsara and those qualities and so forth, and then appreciating how fortunate we are that we have obtained this fortunate human birth, and in this life we have met the Lama, and the Lama has imparted us the teachings and has taken under their care, and then granted us all the instructions and so forth. So think like that, and then you start to begin your practice. So in that way, then you take refuge. Then there's the refuge, Dudjom like that, and then you can do the Bodhicitta 3 times, and the mandala offering 3 times, like that, and the Vajra Sattva visualization. And then depending on your time, if you want to do 21 numbers of recitation of the 100 syllable mantras, or just 3, like that. And then doing good, then after that Vajra Sattva dissolves into you and you become one with Vajra Sattva. And then Guru Yoga, ourselves arising in the form of Vajra Yogini, and our Lama in the form of Guru Rinpoche in the sky in front. And then with fervent faith and devotion, we pray to Guru Rinpoche with one-pointed concentration. So Rani Dorjen Jo Dunkaru Save Lama Peme Kurshin Jur Desum Sange Malu Dube Ku Save Lama Chola Sevade Tichi Bardo Sumdo Tuje Zon Desum Junche Me Paranjinje Desum Sange Malu Dube Ku Save Lama Chola Sevade Dichi Bantu Sumdu Tuje Zon de Sum Junche Me Paranjinje De Sum Sange Malun de Beko Zawe Lama Chola Sewa de Dichi Bantu Sumdu Tuje Zon de Sum Junche Me Paranjinje Lo Om Mahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Mahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Mahum Benza. Then you can do like one mala of Om Mahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Mahum Benza Guru Om Mahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi 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 Om Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Mahum 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 Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Om Aum Badno Guru Viman Sanyo 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 Om Aum Badno Guru Om Aum Badno Guru Viman Sanyo 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 Om Aum Badno Guru Viman Sanyo. Then receiving the four empowerments. Kusum Tuge Wanjin Yonzon Ton Benzara Guru Kaya Waka Zita Sindhi Hong. This four empowerments we'll talk more in the next class. So then the Lama dissolves into you, and then you become the Lama's wisdom mind and your mind merges inseparably, and then you see the absolute face, the face of the absolute Lama, awareness and emptiness. Lama Vuju Rang Tim Mirme Nga Rikton Denge Lame Rang Shalta. So like that, and then here at this point, if you're doing the accumulations, then you can break here And then you can stand up, and then you lay your prostration boards or whatever you have, or if you just have like a towel or a sheet like that, you spread on the floor. And then you take your mala. Then if you're going to now do the prostration accumulations, once again bring in mind the refuge tree. The refuge tree, the next time you can also search on the internet, and then you'll see refuge tree, Dudjom Tersar refuge tree, or the Longchen Ningthig refuge tree. You'll see that. So generally there's 5 branches lotus or wish fulfilling tree like that, but in the main branch is Guru Rinpoche, and in the front branch is the Buddhas of the past, present and future. On the right hand side the 8 Bodhisattvas, on the left hand side the 8 Arhats, and behind the 84,000 teachings, the scriptures, the texts like that. And then above the Lama or above Guru Rinpoche, then all the lineage Lamas, beginning from the primordial Buddha Kuntu Sangpo down to your root Guru like that. In fact, our root Guru is in the form of Guru Rinpoche in union with the Dakini or consort, and then our root Guru's Lama is above his head like that. So all the root and the lineage Lamas up above, and then Lamas, Yidams and Dakinis all surrounded in front, the Dharma protectors and so forth, the offering goddesses and so forth, tossing flowers and offerings in the sky. So in that presence, then you visualize you doing the prostrations. Now onto your right hand side is your mother from this lifetime, on your left hand side is your father of this lifetime, and then all your enemies and those who harm you and obstruct you and so forth in front, and all relatives and so forth behind you, surrounding you, and all sentient beings of this 3000 or 3 cyclic existence, all surrounded. And then with fervent faith and devotion, their body in respectful, humble gesture, their speech reciting the refuge prayers and mantras and so forth, and their mind in devotion cultivating Bodhicitta and compassion and wisdom and so forth like that. And then you go, like so, Dizun Jangchum Nimbo Mataba Lama Kunjo Sumla Chamso Che Dane Zunde Koroma Dombar. So you kind of, if you can do the long prostrations, that's better. So many of you are young, so you can do the long prostrations. And if you have any kind of physical problem and so forth, then I suggest you can do circumambulations. You can have, if you have the statue or stupa and so forth, you can go around, and when you have gone around one time, then you pull one bead, so that one circumambulation equals to one prostrations like that. And while you are doing the circumambulation, then you recite the refuge prayer, so same like that. When you're doing the prostrations, you read the 2 lines of refuge and 2 lines of Bodhicitta. You keep count of the prostrations, so you can recite as many refuge and Bodhicittas as you're going down and coming up, but you only count the prostrations. So if you have done 100 prostration, and also when we count the prostrations, there are 108 beads here, but we only count that as 100, not 108. These 8 beads are just to make in case we kind of miss or we haven't done it without concentration and so forth. So just make sure that one mala counts for 100, not 108, something like that. So you do like that, and then keep doing as many as you can. You'll have to learn to do the long prostrations. Your hands in the form like that. The prayer mudra, like a lotus blossom or a lotus bird ready to blossom, like that. And the first you go on your crown, and then on your throat, and in your heart, and then you go down and stretch full, and then you touch your forehead, and then you bring your arms here, and again go like that, and you pull one bead, and then you rise up. Again you come here, go 1, 2, 3. Again you stretch like that, and you touch your forehead. Again pull your arms forward, put on your head, and then you go down. Again pull one bead. Now it's 2. Again you rise up, bring your hands on your crown, at your throat, at your heart, and again you kind of stretch, touch your head on the ground like this, like that, and now you pull the 3rd bead like that. So if you can do with the mala, that's good. And if you want to use like pebbles and so forth, some people do that too. So whatever helps your practice, you can do. And you can also use some counters, like this kind of counter you can have on your finger. You wear it like a ring on your finger, and then you go down like this, and then touch like this, and you press 1. Okay, again you come up. Okay, you rise up. Like that. So you keep count of your prostrations like that. So that's the way to do. So when you have accumulated 100,000 prostrations, then you would also have accumulated 100,000 refuges and 100,000 Bodhicitta recitation or cultivation of Bodhicitta, like that. And then in the requirement for the Ngöndro accumulation, we do 111,000 prostrations and so forth. So, although it is called 100,000, but what it's in the tradition, there's 1% just to kind of make up for any kind of omissions or any kind of distractions or lack of concentration and so forth, like that. So it's a very, very good practice, very essential practice. We can't afford to skip it. There is no shortcut to other practice like that. So, and if you do this practice, like I told you, you'll gain like confidence. Nobody has to vouch for you. Nobody has to kind of tell you that you yourself gain this confidence that you have done your foundation practice, and then your mind becomes stable. Then you can pursue to do other practices. Other practices require you to do the preliminary practices. So once you have done this, then you become the right recipient. All the other teachings kind of fall into correct play out, like into the proper places within your mind stream. And so that's the way to do the prostrations, refuge, and Bodhicitta. And then Vajrasattva practice to purify our negativities and obscurations, like that. We talked in our class. Then you have to visualize your Lama in the form of Vajrasattva. Vajrasattva is the deity that when we bring in mind Vajrasattva, that there is the power that he has made this. His wisdom intent is that whoever remembers Vajrasattva and recites the 100-syllable mantra will purify karma and obscurations of many, many eons. So therefore we practice Vajrasattva. So also negativities are the hurdles or obstacles in our practice. So if you don't remove our negativities, then they always pose as obstacles in our path. So we cannot get any further, we cannot enhance, or we cannot advance in our path. So therefore Vajrasattva practice is very, very essential. And yes, in the Vajrasattva practice, there's the visualization and the recitation. Then you can, and also like a few weeks ago we talked on the Vajrasattva practice. So particularly you have to bring in mind the 4 powers, using the power of the support as Vajrasattva, the power of remorse or regret in our mind, that whatever negativities that we have committed from timeless past, knowingly, unknowingly, and so forth, we confess and purify that. And then the power of the antidote is to visualize Vajrasattva and recite the Vajrasattva mantra like that. And then the 4th one is the power of reconciliation, or the power of vow, that I'll vow that I'll never engage in negativities, even at the cost of my life. So with such commitment, then you engage in the Vajrasattva practice. So you recite the Vajrasattva mantra, like there's the actual accumulation is the 100-syllable mantra like that. So after you have done like 108 or however many that you want to accomplish in your meditation session, then at that point, then you visualize Vajrasattva dissolving into you and you become inseparable with Vajrasattva. Then you can recite the Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, like few numbers of times like that. So that Om Vajrasattva mantra is not it's not counted. So you can chant as many times as you like, but the main accumulation is the 100-syllable mantra. So when you have done 100,000 or 111,000 recitation of the 100-syllable mantra, then you would have completed the Vajrasattva practice as required in the preliminaries. And then you move on to the mandala offering. Again, we talked about mandala offering. So mandala offering is the method of accumulating merit in order for us to enhance or traverse the path and then attain bhumis, we say, stages of realization and so forth. Then we need to have good merit, we need to accumulate a lot of merit and wisdom. So mandala offering is that. So when you do that, as taught in the last class on mandala offering, so you need to have a support mandala and an activity mandala, the accumulation mandala like that. And then you can use whatever kind of offerings that you want to use, either gold, silver, diamond, precious jewels, and so on and so forth, or you can use semi-precious stones and so forth, and grains and so forth. And even if you cannot afford that one, then at least it's those who are so desperate that they cannot afford those, then they may be able to use like pebbles and rocks and grains and so forth like that too. It's mentioned in the teachings that someone who doesn't have that means to make mandala offering with other kind of things, then they can use pebbles and rocks and earth and so forth like that, dirt and so forth. So whatever the case be, so we need to learn to do the mandala offering. We usually do the 37 mandala offering, the 37 heap mandala offering when we establish the support mandala. The support mandala stays on the shrine, And then you do set up launch about like that. So you need to first clean this wipe and clean the mandala pan. And then you take the grain of rice and then you kind of go in the center, in the east, the south, the west, the north, and then in between this center and east, in between west and center, like that. And then you wipe out. Then you, when you have wiped out one, then you pull one bead. Again you pick up rice, then you go like so. Again you wipe, again so you pull one bead. Again you go in the center, east, south, west, north, in between, and then you again wipe like that. Again you pull, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wipe like that. That's the way to do the mandala offering. Again, you need to accumulate 111,000 mandala offerings, and that would, then you would have completed the requirement of the Ngöndro mandala offering. Okay, like that. Then after that, then Guru Yoga. So we are here at this time talking about Guru Yoga. So Guru Yoga is the culmination of all practice. And then further on we also have like Powa, the transference of a consciousness and so forth, like that. We'll talk more about that in the future. So anyway, I again and again encourage you all to, if you haven't done your preliminary practice, to spare your time and engage in accomplishing or completing your Ngöndro practice. It's very, very important. We have this very precious human life, but we never know when it will come to an end. So in this very life we need to aim to achieve or understand the essence of the true nature, or realize true nature. So in order to do that, then we need to receive teachings, profound teachings and so forth. In order to realize and understand those profound teachings, we need to stabilize our mind. And if we don't stabilize our mind, then our mind, kind of samsaric habitual mind, always poses obstacles for ourselves. So therefore preliminary practice is very, very important. So be determined and be disciplined, be focused, and then be joyful in doing your practice. In this time or samsaric life, there are too many distractions, and then we get carried away and we do things that don't have much essence. They don't have any essence, and then we just waste our life like that. And then if we get into that habit, more and more we want to do that. Then, as teachings tell us, that all those passion-based things are just like drinking salt water. However much you indulge, it just makes you thirstier. More and more you're thirsty, and never satisfied. So we need to know that. And also in the teachings it is mentioned that we need to be our own guide. We need to kind of know that we need to be wise and be determined and know to discern that what is beneficial for us. As in the Ngöndro teachings it is mentioned, this life, if you see from this perspective, it's like grabbing the reins of your horse. Whether you want to go to the Buddha state or you want to wander in samsara is in your hand. So whichever way you want to turn, it's right now in your hand. So therefore, understand in this way and practice. And so Dharma is the only thing that can benefit. Dharma is called the, Pende Malijuene, Pende Malijuene, it's called, the only source of temporal benefit and ultimate happiness. If we engage in Dharma, it will bring benefit. So long we are in samsara, it will constantly bring us benefit. And ultimately it will bring us that lasting, unchanging happiness. Other kind of thing will only bring temporal happiness, and then soon it will be exhausted. So therefore Dharma is and then we need to learn more, study more about Dharma, and more and more we study, and then also we need to examine and speculate, and then when we know that, then natural faith and devotion will arise, because Dharma talks about the truth, and then Dharma is the only thing that can bring that lasting happiness and then the attainment of Buddhahood. So think in that way, and then see the preciousness of Dharma. That's the way to practice. Okay. That's a quintessential way of understanding the path of Dharma. And other than that, then just just craving for more and more teachings, but never implementing what you have in front of you or what you have already received, then you become more and more dry. Your mind, your life becomes very, very dry, and you become jaded. So if you, whatever you have received from your teachers or your lama and so forth, you use them, you engage in to develop your mind's nature as inherent compassion and wisdom. So in order to develop those qualities, we say that whether we are advancing in our path or not, the indication is the development of our mind. And the development of mind is, if your mind has great compassion, love for sentient beings, compassion for all sentient beings, and then wisdom, you have like the discerning awareness to know what is beneficial for you, to know and understand what is beneficial for all beings, like that. So if you have those, then you are advancing, or you are practicing the Dharma in the right way. So please practice in that way. Okay, so that's all. So next class we'll talk more about Guru Yoga. So okay, and when we talk about Guru Yoga, it's essential that we need to have a Guru in this path. It's the practice of Vajrayana. It's the practice of secret tantra. In order to be initiated to such kind of path, then we need to have a teacher. And it's not like we just receive these through or read through internet or from books and so forth. We need to receive these teachings from a lineage holder, and then we shouldn't take this lightly. Whatever, it's not like just information. These are hot teachings, these are essential teachings, and then when we receive them from your teacher, if you value them more, what you get freely from the internet and from the books and so forth without permission and so forth, you it might make you feel good for a while, but we don't really appreciate, because those were not hard earned, or the blessings are not really there because it does not come through a lineage. So you'll understand that. So once you receive the teachings directly from the lineage holder masters and so forth, then you'll feel the difference. So therefore, these tantric teachings and so forth, it is important to be received through qualified and authentic lineage holders like that. So in the secret mantra, it is mentioned why it is kept secret, not because secret tantra have flaws. It's because secret tantras are kept hidden or secret or concealed because it might fall in the hands of the non-object, how would you say that, improper vessel. And then if it falls in that, then they will have misunderstanding of the teachings, and they will view wrongly or toward the teachings, and they create very serious negative karma. And then the result of that karma is to plunge in the inescapable hell, and they remain there for countless eons like that. So that's the reason. So in order to practice Guru Yoga, you need to have a Lama. Without Lama, then there is no Guru Yoga. Because as I mentioned in the last class, there are the 5 key points in Guru Yoga. First is to see your Lama as the Buddha. That's a difficult thing. To view your Lama as the Buddha, it's not a joke. And that is what we need to bring in our mind. Without that kind of application, there's no Guru Yoga. You're just kind of wording out, but the essence of Guru Yoga is not happening. So first, that you need to have a Guru, and when you have a Guru, you need to understand, or you need to view that Lama or Guru as the Buddha. And then second is your Lama or your Guru as the quintessence embodiment of all refuges. That within your Guru, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, Idam, Dakini, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, all converge, all contained within that. All mandalas, outer, inner, secret, profound secret mandalas, all subsumed within the Lama. That we need to understand. That's the second point. The third is that the kindness of the Lama surpasses all Buddhas. And the kindness of the Lama is greater than all the Buddhas, like that. So again, that's something to think about, like that. And then the fourth is Lama. And supplicating to the Lama, you can realize the innately primordial wisdom that is present within you. So that is forgetting the second key point is that whatever the Lama does as pure, whatever the Lama's activities and actions are, then we need to view that as pure. So that those are the 5 key points. The Lama as the Buddha, whatever the Lama does as Dharmakaya or as excellent, and the Lama, Lama's kindness surpasses all the Buddhas. Then within Lama, all refuges converge, and then supplicating or praying to the Lama will dawn the innate wisdom. The Lama, supplicating the Lama, will grant the blessings that we can awaken to our innate primordial wisdom. So those are the 5 key points, and those are what we engage while we do our Guru Yoga practice. So Guru Yoga practice is not easy. It's the quintessential practice. All practice, whatever masters and so forth they do Guru Yoga practice, and this is the way of how Guru Yoga practice is approached or is done. So think like that. So if you don't have a lama, and don't delay or don't wait for, go in search of the lama. In the teachings of the words of my perfect teacher, there is this whole chapter on seeking or relying on spiritual lama. To do that, then first you need to examine the lama and so on and so forth. To read that one and then examine the lama like that, and then once you find the lama, that person is capable to be your lama, then you need to rely and approach and so on and so forth like that. So once you have that, then you can do Guru Yoga. Without lama, there is no Guru Yoga. You're just, and of course, if you don't have lama for the time being, then you can pray to Guru Rinpoche, because the Guru Rinpoche is the quintessence embodiment of all the Buddhas, and like that. So for now, even if you don't have lama, you can just pray to Guru Rinpoche and then supplicate to Guru Rinpoche, may you find your lama that you are destined to meet in this life, like that. So it will work too. So things like that. If you don't have a lama for now, pray to Guru Rinpoche. Okay, so that's how you practice. Okay, everyone. Okay, we'll do the dedication now, page 62. So, and then at the end of your session, then you can carry on where you had left. So far we had left at Guru Yoga, and then after Guru Yoga, that is the Pova, the practice of transference of consciousness. Then Gombo and Bamela Sewan de Zablam Pawan Jomban Jingelo, Gombo and Bamela Sewan de Zablam Pawan Jomban. Gombo and Bamela Sewan de Zablam Pawan Jomban Jingelo. So when we come to the Pova section, we'll talk about that. And then after the Pova practice is done, then there is the dedication, the merit. So Dani Ludan Lonche gets such a major roll of Pamba me Patan Roden Lapchen Game to show. Dani Ludan Lonche gets such major roll of Pamba me Patan Roden Lapchen Game to show. Dani Ludan Lonche gets such major roll of Pamba me Patan Roden Lapchen Game to show. So that's how you would do your Ngöndro, okay? And then at the end, then you can do this dedication, okay? Page 62. Sonam de ye thamche zekpa ne thomne ne be dranam pamje shin kega na che balong tromba ye silbe sole drowa sho. Jambe bawo jedara kemba dan kundo zangbo deyan de jint. De dan kunge jeso dan lo chen gewa de dan tamje rabdo ngon de sum sheng ben gewa tamje. Ngowa gang lai chodo ngakpa den dagi gewe zawa de genja. Zangbo che che rabdo ngowa ragi janchu semcho rimbo che ma ge panam ge jurch. Ge pa nyamba memba dan gong gondu pewara shon janchu semda midrash. Janchu chela shewa dan sangye namge yong song shin duge le nam pambash. Janchu semba namge ni roden tola gondro sho gombo ye ne gangong pa. Semchen namla de jur sho semchen tamchen de dan den jur ching enro tamchen dan do dombash. Janchu semba gandak sarjo pa de da kunye melam do barasho. Gewan di gewan kun sonnam yeshe zozo shin sonnam yeshe lejung. Tamba kunne tobarasho rinchen geso de ye rowa kun tado dambe chenda midrash. Ranshin denne zoba tarchin ne chenga robe jiden zebarasho. Pende junne temba peljurche tserab kundu chela che jurche. Gelkam kundu trashi ge jurche drogun chamche sangye tob jurche. Lama kukam zangwara sewa de chondo kutse ringwara selwa de. Chile Darjin Ge Parasewa De Lama Danjewa Me Parajinje Lo Kandu Gebe Gewa Tamche Du Tore Yenden Dunden Tobarash Kema Tatu Chedan Chejurichi Tsurjen Drube Rawa Ye Parash Diriyan Lama Damba Neje Chin Nendan Sendu Chelai Che Parasho Cheto Nyen Ningbo Dendro Tsede Sebe Janso Galwarasho Seba Dambe Chera Denje Shempe Rola Chongal Me Parasho Lapchen Shenden Chore Me Pai Tamje Chamje Sange To Parasho Chetzul Deyan Ede Kilkorish Choke Tadro Kundu Rajur De Lodre Pemo Rabdu Gejej Sange Demba Darshinge Parasho Lungri Tebe Mishe Dremlend Menga Sambe Tezo Mona Chong Gomjo Yeke Nelu Jejen Sherab Sumge Nawa Gen Parasho
Kela Che Samaya Ringo Che Zaya Satumai Chapare Jagye Chosumai Nawata Mire Desumai
Nandra Riksum Langa Che Guang Kuda Yeshe Rorbar Jamlebe Sabsan Naljur Chembe Nyamlen La Yerme Tuki Tigle Roche Sho Kewa Kundu Yangda Lama Dan Drame Cheke Pelalo Sadan Lamgi Yente Rabzo De Palden Lame Gofan Yurodo Sho Om Benza Guru Pema Siddhi 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 Om Benza Guru Pema Te Drenzal Benzal Samaya Siddhi Palahu Om Benza Guru Pema Te Drenzal Benzal Samaya Siddhi Palahu Om Benza Guru Pema Te Drenzal Benzal Samaya Siddhi Palahu Okay, so everyone stay well, take good care and keep practicing. Those of you who are doing the preliminaries, be serious and be committed. Okay, practice like that. Okay, good night everyone.